up, that Cyber Friends Midi Man again, coming back at you from Walker's Music. We yet another word for the day. We want to say, things ain't as great as we would want them to be. But thank you, Jesus. Things are not the way they could be. People that tell you the truth, it ain't never got so bad until it couldn't get worse. And you must be a realist about things. Just see things. Our Midi Man call things as he sees them. I know we got a saying that you're supposed to call those things that be not as though they were. I know that Bible say that, speaking of faith. But people, there'll come a time when you must use common sense too. I want to say first of all, giving a shout out to the fam from Baby Justice all the way up to Big Papa JT. And we want to come today, tonight rather. Matter of fact, it's about 11 o'clock. It's a good time. We want to come from the book of James, first chapter. And we're going to start reading at the first verse. And it says, James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. He said, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations. That means various trials, people. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. In other words, the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth it not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in some of his ways. No, in all of his ways. I read you 8 verses of Epistle of James. May God have a blessing, readers, hearers, and doers of his word. People say here, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptation. Well, I should be the joyful person I know. Yes, sir. If you count it all joy when you go through all kinds of various trials, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Well, I should be a pretty patient too. And I'm quite sure some of you fall in that category as well. But he said, if you lack wisdom, what did he say? Let ask God. And God will, and you got to do it in faith. Remember, I think I told you in a prior video, faith is the only thing that moves God, nothing else. But he said, let not that man that wavered in his faith think that he going to receive anything, or she. When the Bible says man, people, he's speaking of mankind. So that means females and everybody else. That if you're human, that means you. So he said a double-minded person is unstable in all, not some, not a few, but all of their ways. And I think about that sometimes, even to when it comes to myself. And I think about all the times that I've been double-minded in things. I've said one thing, but I done another, or acted another way. We say we were going to trust God, but yet still when things arise, we fell apart. That seemed like double-minded to me. You think one thing 1 minute, it's just like you can't understand the wind. You don't know where it go or come, but you can hear the sound. You can see the effect of the wind, but you can't see the wind. Well, I guess that's the way it is with us. And when it comes to faith, you can't see our faith, but you can see the effects of it by the way we do in our action. And Lord, I tell you, I know I done fell off the wagon big time, cause. And you know what? I don't feel God is mad, but I feel people God understand. I really do, because sometimes it don't be you. It's sometimes, we can allow things. And Jesus told us not to allow external things. That we told Peter, see, Peter was walking on the water. And Peter then began to sink until he started looking around. He started looking around, and then the Bible said when he saw the wind boisterous and when he saw the waves raging and everything, then that's when he sank. But as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he was all right. Well, I done failed in that too, because a lot of times I took my eyes off Jesus. Sometimes you have help. Devil gonna make certain he help you out in a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. That'll be the stuff you find yourself doing, people. And people say it keeps us humble. Well, I know I'm the humblest person I know of as far as right now, because I know with this kind of spirit that I have, and I'm quite sure some of you can identify and agree with me. You can be trying to do the best you can, and it look like, well, you see, first of all, ain't no sense us keep talking about the devil, people, because the devil ain't gonna never quit. The devil doing exactly what he's supposed to do. See, that one thing about it, so you can just keep hollering the devil this, the Satan that. Satan loves that kind of praise. He do. He loves us to keep him on our lips. Satan did this. The devil made me do that. The devil. No, some of it is us. Some of it is us. And he loved that kind of praise, but he is the culprit behind all the evil, people. He is. And the only thing me, the man, said, we just got to pray. That's all. I mean, I'm like Papa JT. We just going to have to pray. We're going to have to pray that God will be done. Because people always talking about God will be done. No, God's will is rarely done. God's will is seldom done in this earth. We have to. That's how come he said, pray that the Lord will be done. We miss it. I know I do. Miss the marks. Sometimes I miss it like hitting the broadside of a barn. And I can miss it just that quick. But at any rate, we got to go out here tomorrow. We looking forward to hopefully the Lord will to have a worship service in spirit and truth, and not in shape, form, and fashion. We hoping for that. But I just had to read the book of James. I don't know, it's something that drove me to that tonight. I don't know. You know, we just let the Spirit lead us as it see fit. And then, you know, we just go on and pick up the pieces and fall. But I got a story I want to tell people. There was a man that said, this preacher told this story one time. He said that the Lord came up to this here certain church, and the Lord saw the devil sitting out there on the steps, and the devil was crying. And the Lord asked him, Satan, what's wrong? He said, Satan sat there. He said, I'm just tired of them people in there lying on me. And the Lord looked at him and said, who lying on you? He said, them people in there inside this church. I'm tired of them that keep lying on me. Satan was that bitterly crying, that boo-hooing. He said, then he said, the Lord told him, he said, everybody in there get up. They say the devil made me do that. I ain't even in there. They did that on their own. And you know, it was funny. He said, they didn't even give me a chance to tempt them. They were doing it already. So, you know, we need to be careful sometimes, I think. Boy, we always giving the devil so much credit. Sometimes the devil ain't even did nothing. You done it. We know what the story behind that is, but I thought it was funny when the way he told it. I didn't tell it quite right, but at least you get the idea. But I'm going to say this much, and then I'm going to go on and get off of here. It's one thing I know for certain, and I don't know why it is, other than what the word say, but you can guarantee you, if it's anything that you're going to try to do constructive, you can rest assured, brother, you're going to have trouble. It's a known fact. You're going to have trouble, you're going to struggle. If it's something, if it's something that's worth something, you're going to struggle. So, me the man going to tell you, everybody, a little secret tonight. And I know I'm an expert. When you getting close, watch out. The greater your struggle going to be. Everything, hell and high water going to come up against you when you trying to do something worthwhile. But now, you ain't trying to do nothing. You ain't got to worry about it. Now come a lot of people always talking about the devil. The devil ain't got nothing to worry about them no way, because they ain't no threat to him. So he ain't worried about them. That's why the devil crying. They ain't even no threat. He got them already. They don't do nothing. You know, like I was telling a buddy of mine tonight, we were talking about different things about, you know, the groups and stuff, the choirs and everything. Ain't nobody doing nothing. So our devil ain't got to worry about them. They ain't doing nothing no way. What the devil is trying to do, he's after those people that are out there actively working and trying to do God's will. Them the ones he after and trying to stop. That's what he's trying to do. So, you know, we just give God the glory, people. Don't worry about it. Everything will be all right. And at the end, at the finishing line, Margaret Allison, angelic gospel singer, used to have a song say, if you can't help me, please don't stop me. Move on out of my way. Don't try to block me. I got a race to run, and I'm running it by faith. At the finishing line, I see God's face. This is Mitty Man saying peace, goodbye.